This is Lake Titicaca, and for the past 12,000 years it's been humanity's lab for one of the most remarkable experiments in adaptation that our species has ever undertaken. When the first humans arrived here around 10,000 years BC, they encountered a world that should have been impossible to inhabit. The altitude alone would challenge any lowland inhabitant, but people managed to settle in this high lake region. The Uros people have lived on Lake Titicaca for over 500 years. And when expanding, Inca Empire began threatening their mainland villages, they decided to live on the water itself. Not beside it, not near it, but literally on top of it. Using tortora reeds, that's a plant that grows in the lake's shallow waters, the Uros began building floating islands. These aren't just simple rafts, they are entire communities built layer by layer, root by root, creating platforms stable enough to support houses, gardens, and entire extended families. And what's extraordinary is how completely they integrated this single plant species into every aspect of their existence. Tortora reeds became their floors, their walls, their boats, their beds, and even their medicine. They eat the white, tender part of the root, which locals call the lake banana, and the flowers make tea. Now today, about 1,300 people live on about 120 of these constructed islands, maintaining a way of life that represents one of humanity's most creative solutions to territorial pressures and environmental challenge. But the Uros are just the latest chapter in a human story that stretches back millennia. Archaeological evidence shows a continuous cultural evolution around Lake Titicaca that spans from the earliest hunter-gatherers to civilizations like the Pukura and Tiwanaku, and eventually the Inca. The Tiwanaku people, who flourished here between 300 and 1000 AD, developed agricultural techniques so advanced that modern farmers are still learning from them. Their waru-waru system, raised fields separated by canals, created microclimates that protected crops from both frost and flooding while improving soil fertility, which is kind of how the lake works itself. It warms the surrounding areas. For the Inca, Lake Titicaca held a significance that went beyond the practical. According to their creation mythology, this lake was where Viracocha, their creator god, first made the sun, the moon, and the stars. More importantly, it was from the waters of Titicaca that the first Inca rulers, Manco, Capac, and Mama Oclo, emerged to found their civilization. Now, the worship of solar deities, solar gods, wasn't unique to the Inca. Sun worship appears in cultures across the globe, from African traditions to Chinese, Aztec, and Celtic mythologies, and even influences Buddhism and Hinduism. From an evolutionary perspective, Lake Titicaca represents what scientists call a